The big dry is getting even drier. Hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks for joining us for our Tuesday weather video, and we are tracking the big dry weather that's really been locked into the upper North Island for about half a year. But in the last month or the last few weeks, that dry weather is really now starting to be noticed, and the long range forecast doesn't show much rain coming, not just for the North Island, but for both islands. So let's take a look and see what is happening on the air pressure map today. Very much highlighting the low pressure, which you can see in blue, purple colouring, and high pressure in yellow. So that's ex-cyclone Tino. You can see what I mean by how big it's got over the last 24 hours or so. That was exactly what I was saying yesterday as it drops down out of the tropics. It was up here near Fiji at the weekend and then Tonga. Now it's out here and it's completely changing shape and secondary areas of low pressure forming. So it is close enough to push in swells, but not close enough to really affect our weather. And we've got mostly light winds around New Zealand today. This is Tuesday, and you can see that high pressure belt right over the top of us. Low pressure out to the west, that's helping bring in some rain and showers to dry eastern Australia. In fact, did you see that incredible hailstorm they had in Canberra? Giant hail just smashing cars, very similar to what we saw in Timaru just a couple of weeks ago. And then out here to the east, the remnants of Tino. So let's move forward now, see what is happening forecast wise. And on Wednesday, not a huge amount of change, but there is a bit of change. So high pressure is now moving northwards. For the last couple of weeks, a lot of it's been down further to the south. Now it lifts back up to the north. What does that do? Well, it does two things. It drives in more of a westerly flow to New Zealand, which in a couple more days' time will be coming out of Australia, so it'll be warm. And the other thing it does is it brings in a little bit of rain, not a huge amount, but a little bit into Fiordland, and a few showers that will spill over or spits. It might just be a bit of drizzle, making it into some parts of Southland and Otago. By Thursday, no real change. It'll be a little cloudy in the west as a result of that westerly flow. You can see a couple of showers at sea. There is a chance of a couple of little light showers that might come into the western side, but with high pressure right there, it won't be doing a great deal. And you also might notice on Thursday, see that red line coming out of Australia? That's a sign of that hot, warm air with this northwesterly coming out of Australia. So by the time we get to Friday, some of that hot, warm air is now coming down as a nor'wester, lifting temperatures up in Southland and Otago and Canterbury, and driving it a little bit more in the way of rain clouds just down here into Fiordland. There may also be, depending on the situation with the fires in Australia, there might be a little more ash, or smoke I should say, caught up in the atmosphere coming in with that nor'wester on Friday, but high pressure over the North Island keeps things pretty calm, although there might be a little bit of a haze forming there as well. And as we head in towards the weekend, high pressure to the north on Saturday keeps the North Island dry. The westerly winds pick up a little more the further down you go, and of course that will be pushing temperatures up in the east to 30 degrees. So it'll be hot. There'll be a little bit of rain over on the west coast, just a small amount. It should clear away as you go through the day, and by Sunday, mostly dry on the west coast, but we've still got that southwest flow. Now it's a warm southwester. When you track the origins on Sunday, it's coming out of the subtropics. It's catching a little bit of that Australian warmth as well. So we are not only going into a drier phase at the end of January, but a hotter one as well. Summer is truly arriving, and if you need more information, please do check out the news story on our website or on our app, which is all about, is a drought forming? And we sort of try and tackle that question right now. That's all from me. We'll see you again on Wednesday with the latest.